Okay, so now I'm thinking about this track, and I'm thinking I don't really love the drum and bass thing that we've got going on here, so let's grab something else. Now, a couple things about drag and drop. Drag and drop means, we can just drag something from our computer and drop it right into our session. Now, you can do that. You can drag right from the Finder or from the desktop or an external hard drive, whatever you're doing, and you can drag it right into your session. Or you can use the browser right in Ableton. And that's what I'm going to do here. So, I'm going to go to sample library. This is just like a ton of samples that I've accumulated. I'm going to go to drum loops and go to J loops. These are just little loops that I've made in the past that I haven't had a use for yet. So I'm going to grab this one. And you can see right when I drag it out, it gives me kind of a look at what it is. So I need to put this on an audio track because this is an audio file. These are MIDI tracks. So I'm going to go down here. Here's an audio track. I'm just going to drop it right where I want it. You don't have to worry about dropping it in the perfect spot because, you can move it around after it's over, after you've put it down. Okay, so I'm going to put it right there. And now maybe I'm going to mute this. I could just mute that track, have that one soloed by turning it off. And then we'll just listen to it. That's cool. You can see that just by dropping it in there, Live warped it. It guessed the tempo. It sounds like it guessed it correctly. And it's playing it at the tempo of my session, which is 160. Now, one thing I could do is, what if I wanted this half time? We looked at this before, but I could go into my loop settings here and just say ×2 and have this do it, just this loop, halftime. Can't tell if I like that. I do like glitchy stuff. That might be a little too glitchy for my tastes. Could adjust the warp mode and clean it up. Maybe if I did Complex Pro. Yeah, it's still gonna be pretty glitchy. Beats is probably fine for that. So I'm gonna take it back to the original tempo by dividing that in half. And now I've got it. One other thing about drag and drop I want to point out here is that if you use something like Splice, Splice is a program, let's look at it, or a website or whatever, that will let you, you can buy a subscription and then you can have access to millions and millions of samples. One thing that a lot of people don't know is that you can drag right from Splice directly into your session if you use the Splice app. Let me show you. Let me just go to things I've downloaded. So I bought these, I downloaded it. It's just a little click. If I go to this little icon right here, I can copy it to the clipboard. But if I just drag it, if I just click and drag, I can actually plop it right into my session. Right there it is. So I can drag stuff right out of Splice and into Live. It's like a weird little trick that not a lot of people know about. But I found that to be really useful because Splice can work so fast. If you have an account, you just say, you audition a bunch of stuff, you say, I want that, you click on it, you say, use my 1 credit or whatever, and then you drag it right over into your session, done. Cool. So, next question I get asked a lot is, what about tempo? Can we automate our tempo? Let's look at that in the next video.